In times like these, when there are so many who seek to divide, we have a choice. We can succumb to the division or do what we have always done. Come together to care for each other and for this city. I am inspired.
Lauren McLean just wrapped up her 2025 State of the City address just moments ago, and in it she talked about housing, both affordable and those without, the foothills, city parks, property tax relief, and the economy, or rather the uncertainty of it. Mayor McLean said she was once asked what it was like to lead Idaho's largest city in such times of division, need, and decreasing resources. As she said, all happens together, all of it, by focusing on our North Star.
For me, for Boise, that North Star, it's people. Caring for people. Ensuring we are a city for everyone. Protecting this place that we call home.
And we listened to the entire speech and kind of combed through it as well, looking for any sort of mention about the flag that's flying outside Boise City Hall. But that was about as close as Mayor McLean came to mentioning the recent back and forth with state leaders about the pride flag. The pride flag still flying outside City Hall, by the way, after the city declared it an official flag of Boise. Doing so allowed the city to skirt the recently enacted statewide flag law, which limits what flags can fly on government property. That'd be the U.S. flag, the state flag, military flags, or official flags of the city. In Boise's case, that would now be the city flag, the blue one, you know, with the capital on it, the organ donor flag, and the pride flag. Something a lot of people seem to be in favor of based on an early drop of emails to the city. Right after Mayor McLean made it clear the pride flag would still fly, since it has flown outside City Hall for more than a decade, we wanted to know what kind of correspondence the city has received. From April 3rd, when the law went into effect, through April 25th, the day we asked for it. And we got that first drop yesterday. And after combing through to find the unique emails, now the unique emails, what we're talking about, we found there were 43 in favor of flying the flag and just 7 against. This doesn't include the 1,300 plus form emails sent by oneclickpolitics.com, which is a one-click site set up by the Idaho Family Policy Center. Between April 10th and April 14th, 1,317 clicked a link that sent this generic email to the city. It has come to my attention that despite the passage of House Bill 96, which went into effect on April 3rd, actually, the bans pride flags from being flown on city property. The city of Boise continues flying that pride flag at City Hall. Our state legislature has already made it clear pride flags have no place on government flagpoles. Please remove the pride flag from City Hall immediately. So that was a kind of a form letter that people could click on, and it goes right to the city and the city council. We don't know if any of those people, though, live in Boise or even in Idaho. There also doesn't seem to be a one-click option for those in favor of the flag. So those that are had to write their own email. And here's a small sampling of the 43 in favor and 7 against. Like this one from Steve. We do not need a pride flag on a flagpole or any other display to show representation for a minority group in our communities. Whoever thinks this is a great idea clearly is doing this from a personal point of view. Flying the pride flag tells me the mayor favors that community above all others. However, Joe, from the other side and with the military and pilot perspective, knowing there are some LGBTQ pilots at Mountain Home Air Force Base that I consider pals, I salute you in standing firm against this bigotry by those who can't handle a dissenting flag. It's going to take all of us to fight this new pandemic in our midst. Joe says you deserve your own A-10 Warthog at this rate. Nessa asked the city to not succumb to pressure from people asking you to remove the pride flag. So many LGBTQIA folks here need to know the city has their backs. I'm writing to let the mayor and the staff know I support the pride flag being flown at City Hall, said Sarah. As the state legislature tries to limit city government's ability to choose what flags to fly, this good trouble is exactly what we as a city should be doing. Heather has the same sentiment. As a native Boisean, I'm so proud to see the pride flag still flying. This is our city, and nobody from the outside should be able to tell us how it should run. But Thomas, a concerned citizen, wants to know why the city is disobeying the law, pointing out the pride flag is not on the approved list of flags. Of course, this concern comes from a citizen of Salmon, Idaho. Burke and Gilberto have lived in Boise for the last 14 years and would like to make it their home forever. As a gay married couple, they said, "Thank you for not giving in to the bigotry of the Idaho legislature." And Amy thanks the mayor for still flying the flag. It means more than she can say. It's a scary time in America for the LGBTQ+ community, especially in Idaho, she said. She's lived in Boise for 20 years and loves how welcoming it is. But it's been difficult to see how many hurtful and hateful laws and bills coming out of our state recently. And finally, seeing the flag remain, wrote Reese, despite the new state law, is a powerful symbol of Boise's commitment to inclusivity and support for everyone in our community. Thank you for standing firm on this important issue. We were told there are more emails to go through, and those should be sent our way shortly. And if that ratio that we talked about, that 43-7 of those in favor flying the flag changes, we'll let you know if that happens. What won't change, though, at least not now, the pride flag flying outside Boise City Hall. And as we learned in letters from the Attorney General, the Ada County Sheriff, and, well, earlier in person this week from Governor Little, it likely won't change until the legislature convenes next year and maybe decides if it wants to amend that law with some sort of enforcement mechanism.